call me Mystic Mac because I predict these things.
Sedriques Dumas takes on Jackson McVey this Saturday at UFC 317. And this is a short notice fight thrown together within the last week or two. Sedriques Dumas recently lost to Mikhail Oleksiejczuk back in April by first round knockout. Jackson McVey making his UFC debut. He recently fought on June 13th. So 2 weeks later, hopping right back in there, he is an undefeated fighter at 6-0, all finishes, I believe. So getting his call up to the big leagues on short notice. Excited to see what this guy can do. I think he's pretty talented for the little experience that he's had at a pro level, and kind of from what I've seen from him. But Sedriques Dumas, very light on the feet, bouncy, explosive kickboxer, has a really good stiff jab, great 1-2. Will grapple and shoot takedowns. We saw that in the Cody Brundage fight. And as of late, he just kind of looks to be avoiding the fight, though, honestly. He looked like he was just kind of backing up, not really wanting to engage against Denis Tolulin. And we saw kind of the same thing in the Mikhail Oleksiejczuk fight, just really kind of avoiding the fight, turning his back and kind of running away. Just didn't have a really good look in that fight before he got finished. Looked like an absolute victim against Josh Fremd on the ground. But like I said, did have good wrestling against Cody Brundage in their fight. But he just doesn't do anything that really stands out to me. He's kind of just a rudimentary striker, decent athleticism, decent power. And he hasn't fought the best competition outside of the UFC, and in the UFC he's 3-3, and he just got kind of walked down and put away in his last fight. So coming into this one with not a lot of momentum. Jackson McVey, young guy, 26, he's 6'4" with a 77-inch reach, and Sedriques Dumas is 6'2" with a 79-inch reach. So he's going to be 2 inches shorter, but he's still going to have a 2-inch reach advantage, and Dumas is 29, so both these guys not even in their primes yet. But Jackson McVey, like I said, fighting on the regional scene, very long for the division, big guy, fights well in the clinch with knees and elbows, gets solid trips and takedowns from the clinch as well, has a really good kind of sacrifice throw that I've seen him pull, and good grappling and sneaky submissions. He's very long for the division. It can lock up, the Darce chokes, triangle chokes I've seen on the regional scene. Had a really sneaky Darce choke against a guy, and pretty effective southpaw striker. Obviously with tons of range, those really good, crisp, straight punches, and just crafty on the feet with decent power. I think Dumas is the favorite in this one at -150, but I'm going to go with Jackson McVey in this one to get it done in his UFC debut. I just trust him to walk forward and bring it and make Sedriques Dumas fight. I don't think that Dumas will be able to just dance around like he did against Tolulin. He's coming off of a KO loss and an arrest. He was arrested at the end of April for like a home invasion, had a gun, had drugs on him. Apparently the dude needs money, and that's what I think this is. I think this is just a cash grab to hop back in there and get a fight. I'm shocked that the UFC is even giving this guy another chance, because I think this is his second felony in the last 2 years. But let's not get into the UFC's integrity. That's a completely different video. But he is taking this on short notice, just like McVey. I find it hard to believe that he's been hitting the gym hard, given all the circumstances outside of MMA right now. You don't really know where his mind is. And again, McVey just fought on June 13th, won the KO in 90 seconds, didn't take any damage, has tons of momentum, 6-0, all finishes. I think he has more finishing potential wherever this fight goes. I think he can finish it on the feet, get the KO. I think he can get it to the ground and get the submission. I just see him walking forward and getting in Dumas's face, pushing his cardio. I think he's going to have the better cardio, considering he just had a fight camp, just had a really quick fight that he won, and I see him putting the pressure on Dumas, making him uncomfortable. Maybe Dumas shoots in for a bad takedown, gets guillotine choked, gets the front choke. I know that Dumas has the UFC experience, but he's only 3-3, so very 50-50 in the UFC. Has beat kind of the lackluster guys. Abu Azaitar, Cody Brundage, Denis Tolulin. I don't think these guys are very top tier. And Josh Fremd he lost to, who I don't think is top tier. So, and he didn't fight the best competition on the regional scene either, leading into his shot on Dana White's Contender Series. So I'm gonna go Jackson McVey. I trust his headspace, the momentum that he's got going into this one. Couldn't be a better scenario for the guy. 2 weeks removed from a fight that he didn't take any damage on, so he's still got all that cardio, all that work that he put into that training camp, didn't get beat up in the fight, and now he's stepping right back into it. Doesn't really have to worry about, he's not spending so much time stressing about his UFC debut. This is a huge moment for him on a pay-per-view card, taking on a guy who probably, I hate to say it, is in a very low spot in his life. As much as that, I hate saying that, but couldn't have a better opponent in my opinion for somebody making their debut on short notice. So I'm gonna go with Jackson McVey. I think he can get this one done within the distance. Thanks.